Now, the first reason why marriage is a bigger risk for men now than ever before on my list today is cultural mismatch. Now, my kings, there's this thing where society pushes the idea of equality, but marriage laws still assume dependency, where the woman is naturally dependent on the man. Now, don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with equality. I, as a person, do believe that both men and women should be given the same platform to become whatever they want to become. And you would agree with me that if there was never the concept of equality in the first place, I don't even think I'll have this opportunity to sit in front of you as kings to address you. So I don't see anything wrong with equality as a concept, as a movement. What I don't agree with, and what I think we cannot deny, is the fact that when it comes to relationship and marriages, there is a natural order of things. There is a natural leader and there is a natural follower. So the fact that there is this cultural mismatch where women are being taught to secure the ring, but they are never taught to protect the man who is wearing that ring with them. That is why marriage is a lot more riskier today for men than ever before. Because, yes, women know, okay, we should have equal rights to become what we want to become. And they take that into marriage, thinking even in marriage, there should be equality. And that is where it all just becomes a mess. So yes, my kings, this cultural mismatch is definitely one of the first reasons why marriages are a lot more riskier for men now than ever before. Another reason why marriage is a lot more riskier for men now than ever before is no-fault divorce laws. Now, my kings, before, if you're filing a divorce, there has to be a real fault, a real crime, let me put it that way, something solid that you're standing on to file a divorce. Maybe adultery, something strong, something really solid. But now there have been no-fault divorce laws where you can just file divorce because you want to file a divorce. And that is what has actually increased the rate at which women file divorce. This is because a woman can just wake up and say, I don't feel okay in the marriage anymore. I don't just feel good about it anymore, so I want a divorce. And the court will actually hear her out. The court will actually start a divorce process for her based on the fact that she doesn't feel like she can do the marriage anymore. So because of these laws, it makes it easy for women to feel like they can get away with things easily, which makes it riskier for men. Because you, as a man, might be going into that relationship or that marriage with the full mindset of making sure it works out. And the woman, because she knows she now has the right to file a divorce if she feels like it, or she feels like something is not right, goes ahead to just use that to her advantage. So yes, my kings, no-fault divorce laws is another reason why marriage is a lot more riskier for men in our days than ever before. Now, my kings, this reason is also closely related to the previous one, and it is high divorce settlement. Now, my kings, we cannot deny that the divorce settlement, what women get out of a divorce, is actually getting higher by the day. And because of this, a lot of women feel like they are very much empowered to do whatever they want. And that is why it becomes more riskier for men. Because at the end of the day, it is the men who are going to face the financial devastations. By the time you will have to split what you have maybe 50-50 with a woman or even more, and still have to pay child support, alimony, a lot of things. These are the things that makes it riskier for men, because most times these men don't even get custody where there are kids involved, and they will still have to pay child support. I can't remember ever hearing a woman having to pay child support. So you see, this high divorce settlement is another reason why marriage is a lot more riskier for men now than ever before. Another reason why marriage is a lot more riskier for men now than ever before is partiality in support or social media judgment. Now, my kings, I am a woman, and if I'm telling you this, it is because I have seen it unfold. Women are likely mostly going to get more support during a divorce over men. It is happening. And these are the reasons why you would barely or rarely see a man being the one filing a divorce. Most times, it is usually women who file the divorce. And this is because there is this empowerment, and they know that they are likely to get more support than the men. If you're a man right now going out there to vent about a divorce process or what you're going through, I can't even imagine the number of judgments, backlashes that you're going to get. Even if you're genuinely speaking your truth. It is this partiality in support that makes it very risky for men in marriage. Because yes, a woman knows that she can come out and tell her story, and she will get a lot of support over when a man does the same. And because of this power that is given to women, a lot of women abuse it, making it even more riskier for men. So now if you're going into a marriage, you're not even certain. Because the fact that this woman can just get up one day and say she doesn't feel like doing this marriage thing anymore, or she doesn't feel comfortable in the marriage anymore, and file a divorce and get the support, makes it very risky for you as a man who is putting in your all. So yes, my kings, partiality in support and social media judgment is another reason why marriage is a lot more riskier for men now than ever before. Now, the last reason why marriage is a lot more riskier for men than ever before on my list today is lack of protection. Now, my kings, like I already mentioned, men are most likely never going to get any support during a divorce or when they are losing a marriage, even if they are the ones suffering, even if the woman is literally being toxic towards the man and maltreating them. Even if she's the one at fault, she can always turn the table on the man. There's really no much protection. If you've ever heard that there was a divorce and the woman's properties were shared instead of that of the man, please drop it in the comments below. I want to hear that. I would like to see. So because of this, men are likely going to suffer a lot more when there is a breakup in a marriage or when there is, they have to go through divorce processes. And this is what makes it riskier for men now. Because you lack protection. How many people are really going to stand up for you? What really guarantees that you will come out of that divorce the same? Okay, now I'm even talking about the financial aspect, not to talk about the emotional aspect of it, the fact that you might not even get to have custody over your kids, the dynamics that is around the whole divorce process. You have a lot more to lose as a man if anything ever happens to that relationship. And that is why this lack of protection is another reason why it is a lot more riskier for men now than it has ever been in history. Now, don't get me wrong, my kings. This is not to say that I don't believe in marriages. This is not to say that there are no beautiful marriages. I, for one, believe in them. I come from one I know many beautiful marriages, but it is just to let you know that we cannot deny the reality of our modern times. These are things that are happening. They are real. And no matter how we try to paint it, it is a lot more riskier for men. Men are more likely to lose if anything ever goes wrong in a marriage over women. And this is not also to say that some women have not suffered in the hands of some toxic men in marriages. But this is me trying to speak on the side that is less spoken about. I know that I am addressing kings, and that is why I'm bringing this to you. And like I already mentioned, it is not to say that there are no beautiful marriages or one cannot build a beautiful marriage, but it is just for you to know these realities so that when you're about to choose, when you decide to do this marriage thing, you do it well informed. And like I already mentioned, you really don't get a lot of protection as a man when going into this marriage. And that is why, to protect yourself, at least to avoid your chances of falling into the wrong hands, you should not marry for potential. Marry for proving loyalty. Like I always tell you, get to know this person that you're choosing to do this thing with. Be certain about the woman you're dealing with. Secondly, find financial stability before marriage. Have a backup plan. Make sure that you are, grounded. And this doesn't mean that you have to have everything figured out and you have to have billions in your name before marriage. No. But if you're grounded, even after, if it ever happens to you, that is not what we're praying for, but you'll be able to easily bounce back if you are more grounded than when you are not. Because if they are taking things from you and they've literally taken almost all you have, bouncing back becomes a problem. Remember, you're likely never going to get support. So where are you going to start from to get back on your feet? Also, choose a woman who believes in us and not me. A woman who believes in me would only think about herself. So if it makes her feel good, she's going to do it. So if divorcing you, making you go through hell, making you pay high alimony, child support, everything is what is going to make her feel good, she's going to do it. But a woman who believes in us is likely going to want to work things out. And lastly, and this is not even to sound religious, but if you would agree with me, get a woman who knows and fears God. If she already doesn't have God as her head, what are you coming to do in her life? She's not respecting the whole creator of the universe. And you think she's going to respect and care about you? And you as a person also have the fear of God in you. Know God. Fear God. If you do this, you are likely never going to fall into the wrong hands. But when you just want to go with the flow, go with how things are going, go with how you feel, do it with your own power, that's when you are likely going to fall into the wrong hands. And like I already mentioned, this is the reality of our modern times, and you cannot escape it. Before you know, you're already going through it, and you're just having regrets. So this is not to put fear in you to say, don't go for marriage. That is your personal decision anyway. But this is just to, like I already mentioned, keep you well informed so that when you are making that decision, you're very certain about it before making it. So that's it for this video, my kings. These are 5 reasons why marriage is a lot more riskier for men now than ever before. Now, my kings, the safest marriage for any man is with a woman who knows and fears God, believes in the original institution of marriage, and chooses the man over social expectations. Please do let me know if you found this video interesting and informative as well. Do also subscribe if you haven't done that already. Turn on the notification bell, like this video, drop a comment down below, share this video with your family and friends, and see you in the next one. Bye.